Hey, what's up, everybody? Here we go again, episode 61 at face value. I'm Brian.
I'm Lucas.
And I'm Will.
Super pumped to have you back again for another week. We are through week two of college football. The NFL season is officially kicked off underway. Sitting here watching the Baltimore Ravens at the Buffalo Bills. High power showdown from the previous two MVPs of the league. So should be a crazy high scoring game like it usually is. So got a lot of stuff to go into. So let's get rolling. So Lucas, you want to start with a hug or a hike,
Yeah,
however you want to do
I'll start with a hug. We'll start off positive today. I'm gonna give my hug. Y'all might have the same one. I'm giving it to the University of South Florida. They came out of nowhere. Obviously, what they did to Boise was very impressive. Um, People thought it was a little bit of a fluke. Thought Boise might have just been down, having a down year, that kind of thing. Came back, went to the swamp, got a huge win um, to put big boy Billy on the hot seat. So.
it. Mm-hmm.
Huge win for South Florida. Now, the big thing is, can they roll it into this week? And we'll probably get to it in a little bit. Facing another ranked team in Miami. Just a brutal start to a schedule for a group of five school.
Oh yeah.
Um, but I mean, the way they played against Florida, I mean, who knows? With all the hype with DJ Lagway, all that stuff, he shut them down for the most part, and
Mm-hmm.
or they shut him down. And I mean, I think talent wise, Lagway's more talented than Carson Beck. So we'll see kind of what happens. But yeah, give a hug to that university who doesn't even have a football field at the moment, by the way. So
Really?
Really? Was not aware of
yeah,
that.
yeah, they're building this super nice facility on campus. But yeah, I'm pretty sure they're stadiumless this season.
So are they playing like a high school field right now or what?
I'm not exactly sure where they're playing, um, but I saw renderings of that new stadium and it looks freaking nice.
Yeah. I look it
Yeah,
up.
they're playing at Raymond James. Where it hosts NFL games in Tampa.
I got you.
Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I
Um,
was
that's
gonna
where
say yeah.
sorry. That's where the Bucks play.
oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, good for no, that was a huge win for them for that program. And yeah, Billy Napier saved himself last season. Now he's immediately right back on the hot seat. So
Dude, yeah.
And it we can dive into Florida later. We've all talked about the schedule, but every time I pull it up, I forget how bad it really is.
hmm
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. You're losing to South Florida, and it's not getting any easier the rest of the way. So,
They have
Mm,
three top 10 teams in the next 3 weeks, I think. Or
oh
no,
no.
yeah. I think it's
or three
LSU, Texas.
and Miami.
Yeah.
Hell of a
And then I think
stretch.
they have and then they have a break and then I think they have OU after that or something.
They have A&M in there. They have Georgia in there. I think they have 8 more games against ranked teams.
They're next. So this is what it is. It's LSU. Then they go to Miami. They host Texas. They go to A&M. They get a break against Mississippi State, which we'll talk about in a little bit. And then they host Georgia. So their break is Mississippi State in between Georgia, A&M, Texas, Florida. I mean Miami and LSU.
I
Who's
listened to
playing?
a guy on a podcast, and his hot take of the year that was that the Mississippi State game is the day that Billy Napier gets fired. I think that's a very live hot take right now
Yeah.
that actually might come true. And that'd be one of the
Yeah,
most impressive predictions I've ever seen anybody have.
yeah,
That's if he makes it to the
Makes it.
Mississippi
I would say he
State
might not even
game.
make it that far.
Because if he
yeah.
gets blown out week after week, I mean, it's just like gone. Like if they
They
get
look
blown out
good
by
against.
Miami, then it's gonna be rough.
They did look good week one against Long Island University, so they have that.
Might be their one and only.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yikes.
Mm. What about you, Will? You got a hug?
Yeah, I'm gonna give my hug to the fan that the University of Missouri rolled out at halftime. with the prosthetic leg to kick a field goal that was supposedly to win $25,000. I don't know if it was staged or not. I loved every bit of it. That's what college football rivalries are made of. Instead
Yeah.
of going to do the kick, he lifted up his shirt and he had FKU on his painted on his chest, and just right at the sideline, and then proceeded to turn around and do the old okey doke on the kick and kick the ball at Kansas sideline. So I thought that was awesome. Whether it was
I
staged or
agree.
not, there's a lot of online, people conspiracy. Whether it was or not, I think that was totally awesome. Just that,
That is great.
fans showing the
Unless,
hate in the old in that old rivalry that I didn't realize it hadn't been played in so long. So
Mm-mm.
yeah,
it was good stuff up there in Missouri.
unless he's a trust fund kid, like I'm kicking that field goal. Like I'm at least
Correct.
attempting it.
And that's why everybody's saying it's staged. But again, I
Yeah.
don't care if it is or not. It was still
I mean,
awesome.
he could be a trust fund kid that just
Good,
has
yeah.
money. Money doesn't matter. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Maybe
That's a
Missouri
great
was
hug.
like, if you kick it at the sideline, we'll give you the $25,000. So
True. Yeah,
that's awesome. I'm gonna give a hug to the old alma mater, Texas State,
I love
getting a
it.
big win, their first win ever in the Alamo Dome against UTSA. The I-35 rivalry. So I mean, big game. Uh, there's a lot of people that have UTSA picked to win the American Athletic Conference this year. So going in there against a team that was much better than when they destroyed them last year. So I mean, I was pumped up, man. Like I was still fired up this morning when I woke up. Like that was a great win. So good for
I was
them.
shocked.
Big
I
game
was
this week.
shocked.
Yeah.
Yeah, very big game this week.
14 and a half point dogs right now, but we'll see. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Again, we talked about it a lot off camera. Tough spot now because you're gonna have a ticked off Arizona State team trying to make an example out of you.
I know. And I was thinking about that. Like I wish that Arizona State had won that game just so they could kind of come in high and overconfident. But yeah, but now they got a little extra motivation going in. So we'll see.
But the
Yeah,
run game's good. You never know.
Yeah.
for sure. I mean, and honestly, the defense surprised me as well. Like that's
I
Yeah.
mean,
like that was my big concern was Texas State on defense, and I
Hardy
mean
Hardy still got his, but the defense did enough.
was it the
Hmm.
running back?
Yeah, he's the same
Dude,
kid
that
that ran all over A&M. He had
Uh,
another 150 plus.
yeah.
I saw
Henry.
he was
Oh, Henry, not
yeah,
Hardy. You're right. I'm
Yeah.
sorry,
Henry. Yeah,
Henry.
yeah. I was listening to the broadcast. They said he's a kid who had that extra year for JUCO.
Hmm.
So the whole Pavia rule. So he was supposed to be done
Gotcha.
last year. So he's a grown man out there for sure.
Well, and like his numbers skewed a little bit too, because I mean, I guess you could say skewed, but like half of his yards was on that first play of the second half when he ran for the 75-yard touchdown.
Yeah,
So, I mean, he only had 22 yards in the first half,
yeah,
and then,
He did that this week again.
yeah, he did.
He did the same thing as A&M.
I know. I said
yeah.
that
He
too when he
did.
did it, and I was like,
That's
that's back to back
Listen,
crazy.
weeks.
that's exactly what they're saying. But they also said there was a stat that they said about this kid is his last four games played going back to last year. He's had a touchdown run of 75 plus yards in
Four
four
Wow.
straight
straight
games.
games.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah,
Yeah, that's crazy.
it's
Yeah,
wild
it was pretty crazy to see. But yeah, so hug to Texas State. So hopefully they can find a way this week too. So,
for sure.
all right, what about your hike, Lucas?
So I have two. I'm only going to do one because one of y'all might have the other one that I have. So I'm going to sit on it. If y'all don't say it, I'm going to come back on that hike. But the first hike I'm gonna give to is to the AL West, just because nobody wants to win it. It is like, can somebody please just step up? I don't even care at this point if it's the Astros. Like they're just
Yeah.
trying to lose it. It's awful watching every week, just watching the Mariners and the Astros and even the Rangers trying to sneak back into the race. But
Hmm.
dude, they all suck, man. It's like the AL West is going to be a first round bounce, no matter who makes it. It's wild how bad that baseball is right now in that division.
You know what's crazy too is that the Astros have been playing so bad, and they're still only 4 games out of the best record in the American League right now.
I was just about
Very
to make
true.
that
Uh,
point, Brian. Like
yeah,
every nobody wants to win their divisions.
yeah,
Like
Yeah.
everybody is falling apart here at the bitter end.
Yeah.
I
It's
mean,
it's wild.
the Sox fell off. The Yankees have snuck back up to second, trying to
hmm
catch the Blue Jays. Like, I mean, I guess it's gonna make for a fun final week of baseball, but God, it's ugly getting
Yeah.
there.
yeah. Everybody's just having fun right now, or
And it's
nobody's
not
having fun,
fun.
depending on how you
Nobody,
look
yeah,
It's
at it.
not
Yeah,
nobody's
fun.
having fun.
It's not fun. But yeah.
yeah.
So
No, it's
the
crazy
AL West
for
can take a
sure.
hike.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you, Will?
My hype is going out to whoever built up the Kansas State propaganda in the offseason to get us all to buy in that Kansas State had a chance to win the Big 12.
God,
Because
dude,
my God,
bad,
it looks awful up there. They should be 0
bad,
and
bad,
3.
bad.
But to
Yes.
lose to Army, who just lost to Tarleton State,
Yep.
to
Yeah.
lose to them at home, I mean, guys, this is god awful. God
hmm
awful. What the product of football they're rolling out there. And everything I was reading about Avery Johnson taking these leaps, again, whoever put out the Kansas State propaganda, I guess good job because you got everybody to buy in, but
Yeah.
you were just lying out your ass. They
Yeah.
stink.
Is is there a chance? Is there a chance that Kansas State is? I mean, obviously we saw what happened to Oklahoma State this weekend, but is there a possibility that Kansas State's that like one of the top front runners to possibly win the conference and then not win a game in conference? Like that could be a possibility
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah,
unless they play Oklahoma State.
Oh, true.
yeah. I'm trying to get there to see what they have. I mean, Kansas State is a point and a half dog to Arizona this weekend.
To
That's how bad
Yeah.
Arizona.
everybody's fallen off. Oh,
Yeah.
2.5 point
Hmm.
dogs.
Wow.
And Arizona was among the worst teams in the Big 12, or
Yeah.
is. I mean, this is the fall from grace is fast, hard, and ugly.
Yeah. I mean, they got to play Baylor, TCU, Kansas, Texas Tech, Utah. I mean, they
All
got
L's.
Oklahoma
Those are all
State.
L's.
The
Yeah.
next 2 weeks, you got Arizona and UCF, two winnable games.
Yeah.
After that, their only other game I would have them favored in, seeing what I've watched, is at Oklahoma State. Every other game on the schedule, I think they should lose.
That's
Even at
yeah.
even at home against Colorado, I'm not even giving them that one right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
I was gonna say maybe Colorado because I was reading about their quarterback situation right now. So
Yeah, we'll get to that. We'll get to
yeah.
that later in the
Y'all gonna have
show
to
with
fill me in on
Colorado.
that. I worked this weekend, so I wasn't locked into a bunch of games during the day. So y'all gonna have to fill me in
Yeah.
on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Now we'll get into it. So, well, I'm gonna
What
give
you
a
got?
hike to Philly's Karen.
Yeah,
So,
dude.
yeah,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I
That's
figured
where I
one
was
of y'all would
going.
say it, so that's why I
yeah,
didn't go with it, because that's
dude,
an
that was
obvious hike.
unbelievable. So, for anybody that didn't see it, Harrison Bader hits a home run for the Phillies, lands in a crowd. A dad runs over, grabs the ball, gives it to his son, and then this lady just comes over, screaming in his face until he eventually just gives her the ball, and she like she takes it back. Like, dude, it was. I've never seen anything like that before. Like, just absolute outrageous behavior, especially when he didn't even keep it. He gave it to his son. And it's
Yep.
like, dude, like you're just out of line. Which good for Harrison Bader. He ended up meeting with the kid, like gave him a bunch of like signed stuff. But man, like I was just mind blown watching that. Like,
Yeah, and it
Couldn't
was,
couldn't have picked a more picture perfect looking person for that either.
yes.
dude. The can I speak to your manager cut, dude?
Yeah, I mean,
That's yeah,
dictionary-esque.
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Urban Dictionary under the definition of Karen, they should
Yeah,
have that picture. And
absolutely. Absolutely.
but wild to do that from a to a kid, man. And
Yeah.
I mean, I wonder if her life is blown up now. I mean, it has to have. Like the internet trolls definitely found out who she
Oh,
was. Probably
within
doxed her.
seconds.
Yeah, it's just let a kid have fun. Like it's just a baseball. But
Oh yeah, man.
yeah, but yes, I was going to do that exact one. I'm glad somebody touched on it.
I'll say I figured somebody would cover it, so I figured I'd go ahead and take it.
Yeah,
Oh man, crazy, crazy. That's sports for you, though. People are wild,
yeah.
man. Well, let's get rolling. So, just a couple of, we'll touch on the NBA first. Not a lot of big news. Well, I mean, I guess the biggest news right now, Kawhi Leonard, they found out that he apparently signed this sponsorship deal, $28 million from a defunct company that Steve Ballmer used to own that went under, that he's currently paying him his 28 million dollar sponsorship for. So just kind of crazy. Like, dude, did y'all see the tweet where it said go click the at link whenever it went? Like, did y'all see that?
No.
So I can't remember what it's called. It was I can't remember what the at was, but you click into it and it's just some random girl with like 13 followers on X. And it was a tweet by the Clippers from like 2023 for like, think about all the good things that they're doing for you and all this stuff.
Oh no.
Yeah, and somebody's like, go click on the at, and you just go, it's just some random account, but it's just absolutely
So,
mind blowing, dude.
so what we're saying is there's NIL in the NBA.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah. Going
But
around the
that's
salary cap.
the thing. Like, there's nothing in the in a contract that prohibits this. Like, this isn't illegal.
Well,
I don't
I
think.
think I think it's I don't know the legalities behind it. I think a lot of it is that instead of paying him the extra whatever million per year, they're just paying him this money for like where Steve Ballmer's just pretty much, it's kind of like when the NFL like they shift a salary, like part of your salary into like a signing bonus, something
Yeah.
like that. I feel like it kind of equates to that. I think it's more of like how they did it instead of them just paying him a signing bonus or something. They just said, here, let's just go around it to where it looks like we're saving money.
I mean, it's definitely frowned upon, I'm sure.
Oh yeah.
But is the
Yeah,
business still is it still a business or is it no longer a
There,
business at all?
it's a business that's now bankrupt, so
yeah,
I'm guessing
Oh.
it went under. And Ballmer was just an investor in the company. So the
Mm,
problem's going to be with any of this is it's an endorsement deal, which they're legal to sign,
yeah.
and he was an investor. He wasn't the owner of the company, so I don't think they're going to be able to find anything.
Yeah.
You can
no,
accuse and say what all you want to, but there's going to be no proof anywhere that Steve Ballmer told this company to sign this endorsement deal. They're going to be able, like the paperwork's going to cover that it's just they signed Kawhi. So
right.
Yeah.
yeah, so you can do all the under the table stuff and say all that, but legally they're not going to be able to find anything, I would imagine, that's going to show that they did anything against the book.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think eventually it's just going to kind of just brush off to the wayside like a lot of other things. So, but no, I thought it was kind of crazy. And then,
Yeah, it's interesting.
the other NBA news, I saw that the NBA's kind of tried to take a page out of the NHL's book, and so they're shifting their All-Star game to where they're going to have two USA teams and one World team, and I guess have like a round robin slash bracket tournament type of deal. I didn't really see what all the logistics behind it was, but
It's stupid.
That is very stupid.
It's and I say it's stupid because the NBA is, to Brian's point, trying to go after four nations, but the players don't care the same in basketball like they do in hockey. So even
no,
Yeah.
if you make it about the countries, you're not going to get the same sort of buy-in from the players. Like there's no reason we have to do anything in the NBA. Just go care like the players cared in the 80s and 90s, and the All-Star game would still be great. The players don't
mm.
care. So they can keep trying all these cute different wrinkles, but I don't think it's going to make any difference.
Well, and look how
Like,
long it took just to get the players even invested in doing the Olympics. Like that actually did make a big deal. Like there was like that string of years where we got bench players playing on the All Star or on the Olympic team because none of the stars wanted to do it. Like
Yeah.
it's the same kind of deal.
and at least in the hockey format, like there's actually teams and the players are from those countries. If you're from the U.S., which team are you rooting for? I guess because you can't just be like, oh, it's going to be the U.S. versus Spain versus Argentina versus I don't know, Australia. Like, where else is there good basketball? Obviously, you have players from random countries that are very good and win MVPs and stuff, but you're not going to put together a Greek squad and just have Giannis running. Like, I don't think there's a bunch of other Greek
No,
dudes that are going to
no,
hang with like
no.
the all-star team from the U.S.
It would have to just be like a world team, just anybody that's not from here.
Yeah,
Exactly, and then it goes. Then you're just playing an all-star game at that point.
pretty much exactly what it turns into. So
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think it's gonna flop miserably. Could be wrong. I think it's not. I don't think we're gonna get maybe maybe marginally better, but you're not. It's not just gonna overhaul like, oh, great, All-Star Weekend's cool again. I don't see that happening.
you can go
no,
ahead and mark the tape now. I'm not watching it either way.
Correct. I think
yeah,
This does not move the needle for me to tune into an all-star game for the NBA. Honestly, I don't tune into any all-star games anyway. I think it's all just a bunch of crap. But I will say I did tune in to the Four Nations with hockey because just that was awesome. Um,
And I got people who
but
aren't hockey fans to buy
yeah,
in and watch
yeah,
and care.
yeah.
This isn't making people that don't watch the NBA watch.
for sure. Like I love baseball, but I don't watch the All-Star game. It's just whenever it was the format to where the
Yeah.
winner got a home field advantage during the World Series. Now there's some stake behind it, but now it's just a meaningless game where
And
your
nobody
aces throw
plays.
an inning. Yeah, an ace
Like
throws an inning.
there's like 95 all-stars because over everybody on
Yeah,
both teams just opts out.
yeah,
Yep.
or the teams would be like, all right, Hunter Brown, you're starting on Sunday. You're not throwing. You're shut down.
Yeah.
You know what I
Correct.
mean?
Exactly.
And so yeah, it's just not good quality content, in my opinion. But yeah.
Yeah. At least the NFL. I know it's still not a great quality, but they at least went away from the game and they just did all the skill games and stuff. Which, and not they got more viewership, but they at least understood like we're not getting anything out of our Pro
The
Bowl.
players are not gonna they're not gonna play hard. I'm not gonna risk tearing an
Yeah.
ACL when I'm starting my
Yeah.
off season.
Exactly. So let's just do a bunch of
I
skill
mean
games and play flag football.
The NBA did that too, and then Chris Paul tried to cheat it.
Very true.
Yeah.
So yeah, but no, that's all the NBA we need to talk about for now. But and on the NFL side, the NFL weekend started this week. Some good games. Cowboys, of course, lost. Uh,
Yeah, the defense obviously rough. Eagles are good offense. I don't say this often, Brian. I thought Dak looked really good.
yeah, I'm not gonna say it, but
I, I thought he looked really good. He was putting balls in spots only receivers could catch it. Unfortunately, CD Lamb forgot how to catch a football, so they weren't being brought in. But I did. I thought Dak actually played a pretty good game, and I don't
no,
usually give a lot of Dak Prescott praise.
no, I will say, I mean, I was impressed by the offense. I thought the offensive line did really well. It helps when Jalen Carter gets ejected before the first snap. So I'll take that. But I thought for being so young, the offensive line held their own. Uh, I feel like Javante Williams actually looked decent. Um, they just have no speed at running back. Like Jaden Blue is going to be their speed, and he's already having injuries, so he's not playing. Um, but just defensively, which defensively, I looked like they only gave up 18 yards between the tackles on Thursday. It was Saquon going outside, or it was Jalen Hurts just scrambling. Like that's just what opened everything up, and he was just running free, which they never put a guy just to spy on him. The defense did play better after the rain delay. I mean, there wasn't another point scored, but I mean, there's some things that were good, but also the defense looked about what I expected it to look like in the first half. I mean, they just gave up anything that the Eagles wanted to do.
Um, Before we move on, you mentioned him getting ejected for the spitting thing. Uh, I didn't watch a second of the game, but I did see clips like Dak also spat too, and it was in his direction. Obviously, it wasn't on him, but there's nobody there's not a lot of people talking about Dak spitting as well.
Well, there are
Like
people that was talking about it. I mean, he
well,
was.
I haven't watched a lot of the coverage, but I mean, he spat in his direction as well. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't see the spit initially. I mean, they obviously got brought up later. Uh, his claim is that he just spat, like he just spits, which again, I didn't see the clip, so I don't know what it was. But yeah, but then Jalen Carter getting in his face and spitting directly on his chest. I mean, that's a
Yeah,
little
that's
more obvious and
for
egregious.
sure,
So,
for sure. And it's always the thing where the second guy is the one who gets caught.
yep,
But
yep,
but I mean, it wasn't like it was an unprovoked spitting, is all I'm saying. Like there was some provocation there a little bit from Dak, where he's spitting in the direction of the him. I don't know. I saw it on social media and stuff, and people talking about obviously a lot of the Phillies or Philly fans. They were kind of talking
yeah.
about it, but
Well, but also Jalen Carter has an interesting past as well. So, I wouldn't put
yeah,
him. I wouldn't put it past him to impulsively spit on somebody either.
that's fair. That's fair.
I don't
But
know.
yeah,
I don't. Uh, a lot of I haven't heard anybody else say this, but I don't think he should have been ejected.
I
Like,
think it's an automatic.
yeah, I think it's a dumb rule.
Yeah,
Like, I mean, yeah, I know it's super disrespectful, I guess it's to spit on somebody, but like, eh, eh, eject him for that?
yeah,
As a fan, I'd rather leave him in the game, and now all game long, everybody's going at each other's throats. It'd be awesome.
yeah.
Yeah,
I I don't know. I mean, yeah, it's super disrespectful. There's probably stuff being said on the field mid-game way more disrespectful, and
absolutely.
no one's getting ejected for that. So
I mean,
Yeah.
hell, they were pretty much fighting between every single kickoff. So,
yeah, I mean, I don't know. I know it's the rule, so they had to do it. I just don't. Yeah, I know. Again, it's a super disrespectful thing to spit in another man's face, but like, eject him? Like, really? I don't know.
I mean, as a Cowboys fan, I'll gladly take that though, because
I mean, what if he had COVID, Will?
Um,
That could
I'm
be
not so
dangerous.
sure that grown men are hugging each other for 3 straight hours, sweaty and everything else. So I think if he had COVID, somebody's probably going to get that anyway. But yeah, I
Oh,
guess
good point.
spitting on somebody would probably maybe accelerate that process. But yeah,
we
I
should
don't know.
call
I just
Philly. We should call Philly's Karen and see what her take on that is.
Yeah,
well, yeah, and then he actually started a trend because the kid from Florida did it in the USF game.
Yeah, I
that's
saw
right.
that.
That's
So
right. And that's when
apparently
things went downhill.
everybody's just doing the old Jalen Carter now, and it's worth it. It's worth it to them to get ejected from the football game, I guess.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. That's crazy. But but yeah, so that one Texans lost a tough one today. I saw that. Will.
Uh, I might be out, guys. Week one overreaction. I might be out. Our offensive line is terrible. Our
Mhm.
defense is supposed to be really good. Matthew Stafford carved up our secondary like it was hot butter. Like it was bad. I don't know.
Are the
I don't
Rams
have a
supposed to be
whole
any
lot
good
of.
this year?
I mean, a lot of people have them to win that division, but
Yeah.
It's
the
not a great
offense
division.
scored 9 points,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
then we were trying to drive at the end of the game, and then we get a big defensive stop, force a fumble, and then we go do the exact same thing.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, I don't know. I just didn't see anything today that like gave me a ton of optimism.
Well, I did see. I didn't look at any pregame stuff, but when I was watching the LSU game, the ticker underneath said two of the receivers for the Texans
Out.
were out with hamstrings, and so it's definitely the same athletic training staff that the Astros have, obviously, or that are with the Texans. That's why you already have hamstring injuries.
Yep.
So if you're the
And also
Texans, just expect more injuries. Is what
Joe
I'm trying to
Mixon
say.
didn't play, and he has an ankle issue that's been through the entire off season. He's had this issue, and both Nick Casario and D'Amico Ryans have been non-commental on if he's even going to play this year.
Oh wow.
Wow. From an
They
ankle?
like
Interesting.
he was missing preseason games and they were being kind of coy about it. And then like right before week one, they put him on the pup list, so he's out for at least 4 weeks. And
Yeah.
people are asking like, all right, is he going to just miss the first four, or like what's the? And they're both like they're just giving beat around the bush answers. So like
Mm,
nobody actually knows when slash if Joe Mixon plays this year.
wow.
But he
I
had an ankle injury last year. Like we had an entire offseason and we didn't get anywhere on the injury.
yeah, that's wild.
And if it's something that was going to require surgery, why not
Do
use
it.
the 7 months off to
Yeah,
maybe look into
exactly.
that? So I don't know what's going on with that. Your point, the hamstrings, and then yeah, just the play on the field. I mean, we're in the AFC South, so we have optimism, I guess, just because bad teams can win the division. But yeah, I nothing was like, oh, we're taking that next step to get further in the playoffs. I did not see that today.
I
Well,
did see the
well,
score line of one of the division foes, the Colts.
that's what I was about to say, dude. Daniel Jones coming for that division.
Yeah,
The
man.
Miami Dolphins are about to blow up. I mean, like the
That
entire thing.
that is a wild score line in an NFL game.
I was
Yeah,
shocked.
Like,
Like they jumped up quick. I was actually surprised by that.
I've been listening to people saying like how bad the Dolphins were going to be, and I was like, I mean, I don't know. They still have weapons. I mean, Tyreek's getting older, but he's still dynamic. A-Chain in the backfield's fast as lightning. Tua can throw the ball when he's healthy. I mean, he has thrown for a lot of yards, makes dumb
Yeah.
decisions, but he can throw. They were right, man. Like they're bad. They're very bad. I think head coach might he's gonna get fired. GM's
the
probably gonna get
nerdy guy,
fired. Huh?
the nerdy guy.
Yeah. Yeah. I think they're all getting fired. Tyreek Hill might be traded by like week 6, probably to the Ravens where every old wide receiver apparently tends to go.
The
Um,
resurgent career.
yeah, and yeah, I don't know how they'd ever trade to his contract. I think he's making like 53 million a year, but
Yeah,
or
that's
Yeah.
who would even buy into it? But yeah,
Now with his
Miami
injury
might be
history now.
Miami might be headed for a full blown just rebuild. So I'm not trying to take away from the Colts because it was impressive, but I think Miami's actually just ass.
Yeah.
yeah. I was gonna say the other one was the Jaguars, but they played the Panthers, who looked like they're still gonna be rough this year.
Newsflash: Bryce Young does still suck,
Yes, 18 for 35, 154 yards.
and most of that was at garbage time. I think he had like
Yeah.
60 yards until the fourth quarter.
Mm,
It was
Mm.
very bad.
yeah, that's rough. But I did laugh that Amari Cooper decided that he wanted nothing to do with the Raiders. So he
Yeah,
signs a contract
odd.
and then said, "See you later."
It was just odd because in his press conference he was like, I have a lot more to give. I'm excited about the season. Like Pete Carroll got me fired up and stuff, and then 2 days before the first game or 3 days before the first game, actually I'm just gonna hang it up, guys. So
I
and
didn't know that
saying
happened.
Usually,
Wow.
I don't have the desire to play anymore. So that was a quick turnaround. But
I wonder if he like fell down the depth chart, and so that's why he decided that he was just done. But
I don't know. The whole reason they signed him is because they needed wide receiver depth. So I
yeah,
mean, he would have definitely been a wide receiver too. I mean, I think their top receivers like Jacoby Myers,
yeah,
who okay, but that's not a wide receiver one on most, on anybody else's team.
yeah. I mean, really, their wide receiver one is Brock Bowers. So
That is true. That is true. I did forget Brock Bowers, but yeah,
I just thought that was
it was
crazy. Like
interesting.
only in the league for 10 years. Like he just, I mean, hell, it was just 4 years ago the Cowboys traded a first round pick to get him.
Yeah, I mean, wide receiver two right now for the Raiders is Trey Tucker. Anybody know who the hell Trey Tucker is?
Not a clue.
No.
Exactly. He's a third year guy out of Cincinnati. I 31-year-old Amari Cooper, probably a better wide receiver than Trey Tucker. No, nothing against Trey Tucker. Don't know you, but I'm probably still taking Amari Cooper.
Yeah, no, that's
So
crazy. We'll see. But yeah, well, I guess we won't see. But and then
We
just kind of
won't.
some yeah. And then the funny side, Bill Belichick still got uh some undercover feelings, or I guess not undercover feelings for the Patriots, and decided that he was going to ban them from coming on North Carolina's facility. I was reading a story about that today, how they asked him about it, and he was like, "Yeah," he goes, "They won't let me on their facility, so I'm not going to let them on mine." I was like,
After that showing against TCU, I don't think they want to be anywhere near that facility.
no.
Guys, this is gonna be just a slow death, isn't it?
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
Like, or it may not actually be that slow, but oof,
I mean, they looked rough
oof.
against Charlotte. I mean,
yeah,
they won
just
that
not a good
game
football team.
20-3. Like
I
it was
mean, God, outside of a scripted first drive, it was hard to watch.
yeah.
And then you got
Yeah.
Kirk Herbstreit getting caught on a hot mic saying they're
Yeah,
bad.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
I don't know.
rough.
This
So
is yeah, they're not gonna be. They are not good. They're not gonna be good. Yeah, I don't know, guys. I just don't know.
might have to be switching my dark horse over.
I was just checking the picks there. Yeah, that dark horse is not looking great.
It was worth a shot.
Yeah,
No,
it could have gone. It could have gone one of two ways. It was
yeah,
either gonna
I
be
Yeah.
mean,
really good or really bad.
I still stand with you, Brian. Coming into the season, they were the biggest dark horse, biggest question. Like nobody knew what you were gonna get. It took till
No.
halftime, not even halftime really, but halfway through the first game, we all knew like, oh boy. And like even
Yeah,
with the defense, like take Bill out of it, but like Steve Belichick had a good defense up at Washington. They were
Yeah.
atrocious.
yeah,
Just
Well, that's
yeah,
one thing. I mean, we've talked about the transfer portal and all that. Like them bringing in 70 transfers. I mean, I don't know how you make that work. I mean, just when you're doing that large of an overhaul in year one, because that's the thing is he's not a young coach either. So it's not like, oh, I brought in 70 and over the next couple of years, we're gonna get things going. Like he's 73 years old. Like he may get
yeah.
through this season and being like, you know what, I'm good. Like and then what? Like, where do you go from there?
to restart the program again. Maybe don't hire a coach in their 70s.
Well, I was gonna say
Like
when
That's
Pete
the answer.
Carroll leaves the Raiders in a couple of years, they'll probably hire him at 75 years old just to take over. So
I mean, with
maybe
their
so.
track record,
yeah.
Mac
I mean,
Brown.
Yeah.
exactly. That
Yeah,
was they got away from Mac and they went even further into the well.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, not just old, but the mindset. I just mm.
Yeah.
Out of respect for Belichick, that's why they were giving him the benefit of the doubt. But this is actually probably what we all should have expected.
Oh, for sure.
Oh, the circus over the off season. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I had no expectation of them. In my opinion, I wasn't expecting much out of North Carolina just because of the circus. It was just a circus all off season with his girlfriend, the whole thing.
That's what I'm saying. He's gonna get through the year so his girlfriend can graduate, and then they'll both just
Right off
go
in the
off to
sunset.
Aruba or something.
Yeah,
Go live out their retirement. Did
yeah.
what was his
She's gonna be
contract?
retired at 25.
I was like, oh my God,
Yeah. Did he sign a multi-year contract?
3 years,
I believe
right?
so. Yeah, I think
Is it
so.
Wow.
three?
I don't think the
Hmm.
buyout was that crazy though.
It's not.
Yeah, I could see that happening pretty quick. I mean, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if it happens sometime during the season. Like,
It's
depending on how bad it
$1 million.
gets. Yeah, so I mean,
MJ's writing that check tomorrow.
Yeah, not how happy he looked on that first drive, dude.
hmm
He was impressed.
Him
Roy
and Roy
Williams,
Williams.
MJ
Yeah.
Yeah,
up in the suite, and then they cut to Belichick, and he's just like unimpressed at all. I guess he
yeah.
had a
Yeah.
clue of what was probably coming. So,
Yeah, we'll see. They're about to get into conference pretty soon, so things might turn in a hurry.
Well,
Yeah.
they don't. Their ACC schedule's not tough, and they
No.
still might go
Yeah.
6-6. But they have a very. If they had any type of decent team, like this was this is a 9-win schedule without really trying, and they
Yeah.
still might go 6-6.
Just wild.
Mm. Well, let's get into some college football.
I'm down.
So we had some pretty good games over the week. So starting off on Friday, old James Madison, they came out hot, jumped was it 14-0 on Louisville? 14-3, I think.
Did y'all watch that game at all?
Yeah, I was
Did you
watching
see
it.
the
It was
wide
it was
did you see the wide receiver pass that the dude overthrew like on the very first drive? Like that could have been a
Yes,
21
yeah.
point lead.
yes.
Yeah,
Like
right off
It
the
there were
bat.
opportunities that were
It was
missed as well.
wide
Yeah,
open, and he overthrew him by 8 yards.
he would have walked in. Yeah, it was.
Mm.
Yeah, obviously fell short, but
That's a big one for James Madison, though. I mean, I think the Sun Belt, I mean, just looking at a lot of the scores around college football this weekend, the Sun Belt might be pretty competitive this year, just like from top to bottom. Like there were a bunch of games where, like I know, like Troy, which we'll get into that a little bit, jumping on Clemson and like some there was a few of them where I was like, dang, like it's kind of crazy, but
and honestly, I think that's a bad thing for the conference in a whole. If there's that many good
yeah,
teams, I mean,
yep,
like you have to have one team rise to the top if you want to have a chance
yep,
of getting into the playoff the way the format's set up.
yeah.
If you have
Which,
three or four really good teams that have to play each other, there's losses built into that.
well, and that's what when I was watching the broadcast, like they were making a good point. Like you have Alonzo Barnett who came back from his ACL, and then you have Sluka who comes in, and they just kept alternating back and forth. And so like nobody ever gets a rhythm. Like you hardly ever see when you have a tandem quarterback situation like that, it hardly
Yeah,
ever works that way. Like
agreed.
there was one where they were inside their own five and they bring Barnett in, it's 3rd and 18, and he's snapping the ball from his end zone. It's like it's just an impossible situation that you're putting your guys in. And so
Yeah,
I mean I don't so I wonder at what point if they do try to pick one or the other. I mean, neither one of them got a rhythm, so you don't really know who the favorite is that would win the job. But I mean, just right now, it just kind of seems like it's doing them a lot more damage than it is benefiting them.
agreed.
So yeah, but that was the big Friday game.
Was there
Saturday, I
another
mean,
one Friday?
no, I mean it was
Boise blew
uh
out Eastern Washington. There's a couple other
That's right.
games.
yeah, Maryland, Northern Illinois
Maryland
hung
was the
with
other one.
Maryland for a little bit.
Yep.
Yeah, nothing crazy. And then Saturday full of blowouts. Texas over San Jose State, Ohio State, Penn State. Uh, LSU game was closer than what it really was. Um,
No, that game was never close. The
I'm
score is
just saying,
closer
like,
than it was.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
I was reading about the big game was Oregon putting up 69 on Oklahoma State.
In
I was
three
reading where,
quarters.
yeah,
Yeah.
In three
because
quarters.
I was reading how Dan Lanning, he said that they were trying to break the scoreboard because Mike Gundy made a comment about the amount of money that Oregon's spending on their team. And
Yep.
so he was like, "We appreciate the fuel of the fire." He said that was literally his quote. He said, "We were trying to break the scoreboard."
And I mean, and they did. And I mean, Oregon looks good. Dante Moore looks good.
Hmm.
Uh, you know, glad I have him in the playoff because I think they're well on their way. So say what you want there, but I mentioned fall from grace earlier. Gundy's done, right? Like at the end of the year, he's got to
Oh
be.
yeah,
And Oklahoma State's probably not gonna just like fire him. They're definitely gonna fire him in the middle of the season because of what he's meant to that program. But this has got to be just a handshake into the year and hey, thanks for all you've done for us, but it'll be one of those they've mutually agreed to part ways kind of things, I think. But
yeah. It'd be kind of like when Texas did that with Mac Brown. It's kind of like hey, it's time. It's just time for both of us to move on. Like,
It's got to be, right? I mean, they the last year debacle, and I mean, if that's the team that's going to be on the field every week,
hmm
they're gonna make any noise in the Big 12.
no,
No.
And this is 2 years in a row. I know we're only 3 years ago from the team that was in the Big 12 title game, but this is a yikes situation going on up there in Stillwater. I mean,
yeah,
I think they pretty much have to move on.
yeah, to not even be competitive at any point of that game. I mean, that just shows you like there's just no. It seems like there's no motivation behind it at this point.
Yeah, I mean, it's a power four matchup, and you give up 69 points in three
Yeah,
quarters.
yeah,
That's and there was a lot of bad teams. I mean, in the realm of things that are bad that didn't give up that many points this weekend in these
hmm
same
Yeah.
kind of games. So yeah, I don't know, but that's a scary sight for Oklahoma State Cowboy fans.
oh yeah, yeah. I think that's a kind of a way to. Kirk Herbstreit made a good point too. How he was saying that like Oregon is quietly number six right now. Like nobody's really saying much about them. Like they're just kind of just sitting there. Like everybody's talking about Ohio State, Texas, Penn State, all those teams, and just nobody's really saying anything about Oregon. They're just kind of just winning games and playing. Like,
We'll find out who Oregon is on September 27th whenever they go to
Agreed.
white out at Penn State.
yeah,
If they keep it close slash win, I mean they're squarely up at the top of all that. Um, but I mean other than that, I think this is a two-loss team at worst. So
oh
they're
yeah,
Yeah, I
getting the
just for sure. But I mean, we've seen Oregon teams do exactly this though. Like they're blowing out bad teams. Like let's not get it twisted. Oklahoma State is not a good football team. Like
no,
Power Four or not, like that's a very, very bad football team. Um, I mean, they have Northwestern and Oregon State before they go at Penn State, and that's when we'll really figure out what Oregon really is. Because Northwestern lost to Tulane, they're not going to put up a fight. Um,
yeah. And I think that's a lot of what it stems from too. Is after the way they lost in the playoff last year. Like I think everybody kind of learned their lesson. It's like, yeah, you're winning games, but how good are you really?
yeah, because even last year
Yeah.
their schedule wasn't like their one big game that they lost. I mean,
that
the,
they
their one
won.
diff, their one difficult game that they played pretty much all season, they lost it, and they almost lost to Boise State as well.
Well, no, they had a big win. They beat
Oh
Ohio
no, they went
State in the.
undefeated. They went undefeated.
They went
That's right.
undefeated. Yeah,
Yeah,
That's
their
right.
only loss was against Ohio State
That's right.
in the playoff.
That's right. But it was a beating.
Yeah, it was
yeah.
never close. I mean, they could have quit at halftime.
Yeah, like that was their one test the whole season, and
hmm
I mean they could have lost easily to Boise State as well. So I don't know, but their schedule shakes out so easily as well this year. Like their toughest game is going to be Penn State. Like
The
Yeah.
their two toughest games are probably back to back there, Penn State or and Indiana. Maybe that USC one late in the season,
yeah,
but other than that,
yeah,
And Washington
they should
just
be
because of the
fine.
rivalry, but
Washington's defense is not very good.
yeah.
yeah. And we saw what Iowa is,
It still does not have an offense.
Big
dude.
Ten unders, baby.
I played their quarterbacks under fantasy points. Like that's like a solid play every week.
It's a lock, dude. It's a lock.
Like Gronowski was a good quarterback at South Dakota State. Like what is it just when you put on the Iowa Hawkeye jersey, you are not allowed to be a good quarterback? Like that's in the contract whenever you sign?
Well,
Yes.
I think it's that, and then like I was talking to my brother about this yesterday. Like if that's just how Kurt Ferentz is. Like
That's
he run
another one that
this,
is it time for him to probably just shake hands, thank you for your time, and try something else?
but he sticks around because like they still find a way to win 9 games every year, and
I
so
think,
it's like,
yeah, but I was going to be a casualty of the Big Ten not having divisions anymore.
yeah, that's
Because
Yeah,
true.
because
I
they run
would
an
sneak in.
awful they
Yeah,
run an
Iowa would
awful
sneak
division.
in. So now with them not having divisions, I mean, I don't see Iowa finding a way to win 10 games in the current Big Ten. I don't care
Yeah,
how good your defense is. You got to score more than 20 points.
But
that's
it,
just that's what I wonder is like what's the timetable for that though? Like, does it take an 8-win season? Like, at what point do they cut ties with Kirk Ferentz? Because I mean, really, like, what are your expectations there? I mean, I know you try to win a Big Ten championship. I mean, realistically, I mean, is that something that can be achieved out of Iowa?
In the Big Ten, it's tough, but I mean, I just think from a product standpoint, like at some point they're gonna really get tired of the offense that cannot move the football.
Well, yeah, because I mean, they made him fire his son, but it's like, was it really his son, or is that just Kirk Ferentz telling him this is the type of offense we're going to run, and we're going to stick to it? Like, we're going to run a
Yeah,
slow pace, ball possession. Like, we're not going to score very many points. We're going to rely on our defense. I mean, that's what it's always been. It seems like at Iowa.
yeah. That's fine, but again,
Yeah.
if you actually want to have any high aspirations, they're not going to be reached if you stay with the current way of thinking.
but yeah, but I feel like Iowa's one of those programs where 8 or 9 wins a season is a win. Like, no offense, but you have to have some like bottom feeder schools in a conference. Like Iowa's recruits aren't dying to go to Iowa. Like
Yeah.
that's just part of it as well. Like it's like Mississippi State. Like they're gonna win a few big games here and there. They're gonna upset some people, but like people aren't dying to go to Starkville, and that's just kind of the you have to have those punching bags in the conference, or they're just gonna be loaded. Like you can make a super conference, and then it's just gonna be like the NFL. I feel like Iowa, if they have an 8 or 9 win season, fans are happy. They're happy. Like it is what it is. Like I feel like the aspirations there aren't like national championship or bust. Obviously,
Well,
I
because
think they
look
want
at
to.
look what happened at Wisconsin. Like Wisconsin ran a similar offense. Now they were much better at it, had much better running backs, but now they've switched to a spread offense, and now they're awful,
Yeah,
horrible. Like, and they tried to switch gears. So I wonder if like that kind of sits in the back of your mind too. It's like, well, this is our offense. If we switch, like, how's that going to affect us in the long run? But
And
and Iowa, as bad as they are offensively, they were in that game at Iowa State. Like,
yeah,
say what you want about their offense, like they were still in the game. Defensively, they're pretty solid.
yeah, it was
But
a 3-point game won on a late field goal with under 2 minutes to go.
yeah, I mean, I think Iowa State's a pretty decent team,
Yeah, I mean, I agree with that.
and it's a rivalry game too. You know,
I mean they did barely beat Kansas State, which we know what Kansas State is now. So
true. It was
Yeah, but
also in
that was
Ireland.
it's overseas. Yeah, I was
yeah.
gonna say that's
Oh
there's
yeah, no, for
a
sure.
lot
Yeah,
going into that.
yeah. Anyway, let's move on from Iowa. Uh,
Please,
Obviously, one of the big surprises was Clemson, who was
yeah.
down 16. Was it 16 nothing or 16-3 at half?
Uh,
Uh, might have been 16-3, but
I think it was 16-3, but
they were down 16 to nothing at one point.
yes.
yeah. I
Yeah,
think Clemson got an extra
it
point before
was
the half.
yeah,
I mean, a field goal.
it was 16 to 3 at the half. But
Which, man, now it just
frauds
makes you
question
look
mark?
at yeah, it makes you look at how good is Clemson really this year. I mean, all the hype and everything, and then they lose a tough one to LSU, and then just completely like you kind of see it both ways. Is this like a lay down or like kind of a fallback after the big hype game with LSU, or is there some underlying issues going on in Clemson right now?
I think
Yeah,
Dabo Sweeney hired Garrett Riley, but is not letting Garrett Riley be Garrett Riley. He's making him run the offense that Dabo wants to run. It's like why'd you bring in a guy that was had a good offensive mind, ran a great offense at TCU, and then not let him do what he wants to do?
Yeah,
I think the letdown angle is probably about right. I didn't watch a snap of that game. Obviously, I was watching. I think it was on at the same time as LSU Louisiana Tech, which I was tuned into that. But if it looked anything like the LSU game, it just kind of looked like they were going through the motions. Really, it's just one of those things. How Tiger Stadium at night is unbelievable when it's a big matchup. Like even the fans in the stands, like you could tell, like it just doesn't get you fired up for a Louisiana Tech or a Troy, especially the week before whenever you have LSU in town. Everything's just super overhyped, and then it's just a huge letdown, I think. Um, Again, Klubnik, I guess, didn't have his best day either, which,
The stats, the stats look fine, but it's just the way that the game unfolded. No, it did not look good.
and that's the same thing with these cupcake games, man. Like, especially after these big matchups, like it's a lose-lose situation for any school, right? If you if
Mm,
you if you beat them by a ton, if you beat them by 60, oh, you should have done that. That's what you're supposed to do. If it's
right,
close, if it's a closer game than you wanted it to be, then like, oh, are they really not that good? Well, I think it falls somewhere in the middle. I think like
right.
things happen in these big time games before these cupcakes happen, and players are just going through the motions at that point. I think like
Oh,
people are
and
kids are human. Like no offense, like if I'm playing and I'm playing in a big time matchup, a top 10 matchup the week before, I'm gonna get kind of. It's gonna be hard for me to get fired up the same at the same intensity that I did against LSU when I'm playing Troy. That's how I would be, and I feel like that's how it's kind of human nature in my like I think.
well,
I don't know.
they need to figure out something because they're about to go to a team that likes to play bully football, and if
Yeah,
they don't get it together, Georgia Tech will literally bully them up and down the field.
agreed.
Yeah,
Because LSU pushed them around. I'm not going to go as far to say that Troy pushed them around, but they definitely held their own.
Yeah,
And now, in my opinion, you're probably going against the toughest team as far as bullying people that you have on your schedule.
yep.
So if you don't get it together fast, uh, that could go south, I think, at Georgia Tech this weekend.
I'm with you. I'm with you
man.
100%.
I think it's gonna be closer than what people originally thought it was gonna be.
I
Yeah,
mean, a lot of people have obviously pumped the brakes on Clemson. I think a lot of people will completely jump off the ship
Yeah,
if they lose this week.
oh, absolutely.
Like
But but
they
that,
won't even be considered a top four team in the ACC if they lose this weekend.
but that's
mm,
the thing though, man. They did this exact same thing last year, and then they somehow snuck into the ACC championship game, won it, and then got into the playoff and looked like a pretty damn decent team. And so, I
See,
mean,
and
the
that
talent's there. The talent's there. It's
it
undeniable. They
is,
have
but
NFL talent on both sides of the ball.
and I think that's what everybody bought into because the talent and the continuity, bringing so many people back, been in the system so long, but people were saying like, "Hey, Clemson finished the year strong." Like, did they really? I think people took how they played against Texas because they put up a fight against Texas, but before
Yeah,
that, I mean,
they
they
lost.
lost to South Carolina and then they did their darndest to blow the game against SMU.
yeah.
Yeah,
Like they really didn't play a sound 4 quarters of football. So I think a lot of credit was given to how they finished last year about how they lost to Texas, not really how they actually played.
yeah,
So we kind of got, they've kind of pulled a fast one over a lot of people there too, buying into maybe a little bit too much hype, and they're just not living up to all the potential. They're not taking that next step with bringing all these guys back. And maybe Klubnik's not as good as some people thought he was.
dude.
Not a bad take.
Let's go,
You
Mark. Let's
you
go check
called it,
check the
yeah.
tape. I
You
mean,
you you did say it.
I, and again, quarterbacks are allowed to get better each season, but I haven't seen that much growth from year one to year two. And I feel like that's whenever the biggest jump happens because you have that
Mm,
full year of experience underneath your belt, and now you go into year two, and this is where you pop, right? You talk about the Joe Burrows, Jaden Daniels after year two in the system at LSU. You saw what he did. That's why I'm really hoping Garrett Nussmeier can figure it out too, because that's whenever the biggest jump I think happens, and I didn't see that from Klubnik last year, and I mean talking about it too, like I think we talked about it on here last week, maybe, but everybody's giving LSU a bunch of crap, which rightfully so, dropping the season openers under Brian Kelly, but Clemson's now in the same boat. They've lost three straight. They lost to Duke
Got
under
blown
Klubnik,
out by Georgia.
blown out by Georgia last year, and honestly, I think they got dominated by LSU. And
Again,
so,
LSU pushed them around, which is why I'm saying like they got to figure
yeah.
it out. But
Speaking of that, let's go back on that. Did y'all hear Dabo's comments on that his Monday press
the
conference after the game
the
about the
yes,
grades?
grades.
the grading.
I
Yeah.
want I wonder what he's going to grade Clemson after this week.
Mm.
Just wild, man.
Yeah,
It's not better than a
Dude,
58.
yeah,
it was
yeah.
awful. Yeah,
It's what a wild take, but no, Clemson. I mean, I think they'll be fine. They're definitely the most talented roster in their conference. Can they put it together? Because defensively, they are very good. On their front line, they have in their front seven, they have probably two first rounders that are going to go into the NFL next year.
Hmm.
Secondary wise, as well, they're very talented on the back end as well. So, I mean, defensively, they're a very good football team. But
offense got to figure it out.
absolutely,
You brought back your quarterback and your top four wide receivers, and you can't score points.
yes. But and this could be where the issue lies. And I think this was LSU's biggest problem last year and was their problem yesterday during their game against Louisiana Tech. They couldn't establish a running game.
Yeah.
Clemson literally had to move a wide receiver to the running back position because they didn't have a serviceable running back.
Oh
And
wow.
so that's a big question as well. Like if they can't establish a run, uh, you got to be expecting past 70% of downs. Like that's you have to have some balance in there. You got to respect one side of the ball. I don't know. We'll see what happens with Clemson. This is the huge test, probably their biggest test of the season that they'll probably
Yeah,
have in conference this year, and it's early, so we'll see.
for sure. You want to talk about some offense? SMU and Baylor. What a
Oh God,
game.
yeah,
Double overtime, 48-45. Baylor coming out on top. Just absolutely electric. So kind of goes on our
yeah.
take from last week of what kind of team is Baylor? Is it just like a start off bad and they're better than what they give off, or
Baylor's an
like man,
offensive team. They're going to try to outscore all their opponents.
yeah,
That's exactly what they are.
they're gonna throw
Yeah.
50 times a game. They
Hated that I had to work yesterday and missed it. I was kind of keeping tabs on it a little bit, but yeah, that's a crazy finish.
I mean, yeah, it was a two-score game with what, like 8 minutes to go, and Baylor comes
Yeah,
back.
5.5 minutes left.
yeah. I thought
Wow.
SMU had won the game. Like I thought it was over.
Yeah, yeah, it's unbelievable. But yeah, I mean, they're Sawyer Robinson 34 for 50 for 440 yards, and their running back Washington had 31 carries for 115 yards.
Yeah.
Like,
A lot of
ton of
offensive
plays.
plays were ran in this game.
Yeah, just crazy. So fun to see, but so we'll see. Baylor's putting themselves back in the mix.
More about Baylor or more about SMU?
I
I
mean,
mean,
I
I
think
thought I
it's
thought SMU was overhyped to begin with, but um, I still say it's more about Baylor. I think Baylor's still going to make some noise in the Big 12.
yeah. I mean,
Yeah, that's what I
I
was
kind
gonna
of agree with
say.
that. I mean, I think SMU, like you expected a high powered offense, and it was just what is their defense going to look like, and that's pretty much exactly what happened. They put up 45 points, but gave up 48. Like their offense is good. It's just, are they going to be able to stop those better teams? And I mean, like they showed on this week that apparently not.
I mean, they still haven't played a conference game yet, so I mean, anything's
Yeah.
like the whole season's still alive for them.
Well, they
So
got
I mean,
Missouri State next week, and then they got to play TCU, so they'll have another tough Big 12 opponent in a couple weeks. That's before they
yeah.
start conference. So,
No, TCU is conference.
s-
He's talking about SMU.
Oh,
oh,
SMU. Oh, sorry.
oh yeah, yeah. Oh, my bad, my bad. I didn't realize
I
you were
was
talking about
I was
Baylor.
talking Baylor has everything ahead of them. Like
Oh
they
yeah.
lost week one against Auburn.
Which might not turn out to be a bad loss.
No,
I mean, they open up against Arizona State in 2 weeks, so
yeah.
I mean, we'll see how good either both of those teams are.
I mean, Arizona State's going to be back-to-back losses, so they're gonna have to get it together.
That's the thing, dude. Like, if like I'm hoping it's a competitive game, but if it is, I mean, like that's a tough stretch for Arizona State. I mean, Mississippi
Yeah,
State, and then if you play a tough one against Texas State, and then you got to play Baylor right after that. I mean, that's a potentially a tough 3 game stretch. We hope.
yeah, we
That's
do
such
hope.
a wild statement that Mississippi State, Texas State, and Baylor would be a rough 3 game stretch for a team.
That's right,
Dude,
dude.
Texas State's coming for that 12th spot, dude.
Yeah, I mean, I would be a lot more on y'all's bandwagon had they beat Mississippi State, but coming off that loss,
Hmm.
the way Kenny deal, I would be shocked if he doesn't have them just ready to cut your throats.
Yeah, that's what I'm worried about this week for LSU with Florida after
Yeah.
an embarrassing loss like that. Like the history's there. Um, I mean
If it was at
LSU,
the
LS.
swamp, I'd be a lot more worried.
Would you?
Well,
They
well,
just lost the Swamp.
Yeah,
yeah,
but like what
it's
Lucas
a
is saying, like
rivalry.
a big rivalry with LSU. Like,
It's the same thing. Like those guys are still very talented. Like they're definitely more talented than USF. Like no doubt about it. But again, it's hard to get up for those types of games. No excuse. Like they still lost the
Zero
games.
excuse.
Yeah,
Zero
but
excuse.
for sure. And
And
that's on the
and
coaching staff for
and
not
that's
getting
even with
their guys
saying that
us.
USF is a good group of five. They're probably they have to be almost everybody's pick right now to make it out of the group
Yeah,
of five. But
I would
there's
think
still,
so.
to your point, there's no excuse to lose that football
No,
game.
there's none. But the history's there. LSU lost to Troy one year, and then the next week they go on the road and beat number one Florida. Like that's
mm,
the thing. Like that can happen. And so the team is still very talented. Um, and they're going to be playing with a chip on their shoulder after being embarrassed in front of the country. Like they were the laughing stock this week. Like Bama was last week against Florida State. Florida's right there with them. And so I don't know. I'm a little worried about it. It's 9.5 point line. I mean, the way Florida plays LSU, the way the rivalry is, I'd roll Florida 9.5. Like I take the points. I hope not, but
yeah.
if I'm betting,
Yeah, I'm trusting LSU. I mean, I think y'all will be fine.
I
Florida's,
I agree. I agree based on their defense. LSU's defense, I think, is legit. I
Yeah.
think LSU's given up 58 rushing yards this season,
you just got to force Lagway into some tough spots, and he will make mistakes.
and that's what I was gonna say. He does make mistakes, and so
All the
we'll see.
uber talented, but still has some things, to clear up decision making wise. So
Yeah.
For sure.
Um, I know we kind of touched on it just briefly. This kind of the score with uh, Texas and San Jose State, but there were some clips going out on Twitter that I was seeing too. Like Arch is sitting there throwing from the pocket and he's grimacing. Do you think Arch is hurt?
Dude, there was one throw, it was inside the 10. He
Yeah,
threw
that's
the
the one I was.
ball and it hit and it like went into the guy's feet. And I was like,
Yes.
man, like and then like he like his and like he's on the sideline, his arm was hanging. And so I was wondering that too, like if there's like an issue that he's just trying to like he's just trying to work through it or what. But
Yeah, but
because
you
I
don't.
thought he was closing his eyes when he was throwing the ball, like
No,
looks like it sometimes.
they zoomed in on his face, man, and he was like grimacing,
yeah,
like legitimately, like making a 15-yard throw, like that shouldn't hurt.
no, yeah. I wonder
I
what's
don't know.
going on
And he
because
couldn't make
It,
the throw.
yeah, exactly. It's something to definitely keep an eye on. And if his arm's just kind of hanging there, you wonder if there's any like structural damage, like a labrum or something. I don't know, especially if you don't have the force to get it there. But then he goes and throws 4 touchdowns. So I don't know.
yeah. That's what I was wondering because
That's
like there was throws like that, but then there was also throws where like he had good touch on the ball, like he was making good throws. So I'm like, so
yeah.
what? Like, what is it really? And
I
that's
mean,
where I
again,
was
I
like,
didn't.
well, maybe he's just closing his eyes, throwing the ball. Like,
Be
Again,
That'd be an interesting tactic to throw a football.
I didn't get to watch any of the game, but just something I saw online. I was like, oh gosh, maybe that might be something to kind
I
of keep an
mean,
eye on going on
I
into the
would say
future.
too, I mean, like he made a lot, he didn't do it as much against San Jose State, but a lot of the throws he made against Ohio State, he was throwing at that weird arm angle, like almost sidearm
Yeah,
and stuff. So I wonder if that, if there is like a labrum, I mean, like a little less tension if you throw from the side. So,
yeah.
I mean, that would make sense.
I don't know.
I
It's
don't know.
definitely odd. It's very odd.
I don't know.
Um, but we know Sark doesn't mind playing hurt quarterbacks.
That's right.
So if Texas fans want to see Arch benched, it's not going to happen.
Exactly. There's no chance. Oh
Yeah,
man. Oh, and then obviously college game day, Oklahoma put it on Michigan. Did y'all watch that game?
man. Yeah, I was watching LSU Louisiana Tech, the barn burner over there.
Yeah. Dude, man, Michigan's offense is just perplexing, man. Like I was watching and Oklahoma had their run game just stuffed. And there was multiple series. It's like third down and six, and they're running like an inside run with their running back. Like it made absolute like I had no idea what their tactic was. I mean, I don't know like later on, obviously when they were down, like Bryce Underwood was throwing more often, but there were some plays where I'm like why are you running the ball like in a third like a third down situation like that where your offensive line's just getting controlled? Like it was just like Oklahoma's
I know.
defense is absolutely legit. I know that. Like,
Michigan's coach doesn't trust his freshman quarterback,
yeah, which is crazy, but
which you have
It
to let
has,
him learn in those situations. Like that's going to make you better in the future, but trying to protect him is going to lose you football games and it's not going to develop your quarterback. I
no.
don't understand why coaches do that. And if you don't trust him, don't he shouldn't be the starter. Let him go.
Yeah.
You lost
how
anyway.
did he look throwing the ball like whenever they had to? Was it, again,
9
I
of
didn't watch.
24.
Yeah, that's about right. That
But
must
He
be
looked
why
like
he was
also,
yelling at.
he looked like a freshman quarterback in a tough environment in his first big
Yeah,
road game. It's exactly what he looked like.
he
yeah,
looked like Arch did against Ohio State, where
yeah,
it was like where like the secondary was really good at covering the ball and he tried to force some throws and then he was just kind of all over the place sometimes. Like he just but then he'd also make like some really good throws at times. Like he'd be on the
yeah.
run and he would throw like and guys would come open, he'd hit them. But I mean, yeah, but yeah, 9 for 24. Yeah, it wasn't great.
Sounds like the game was just moving a little too fast for him.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
mean,
Um,
and the
and
score is not
honestly,
indicative of the game.
oh
no, and
really?
I will say too, dude, I think like John Mateer might actually, I mean, I think he's pretty solid. He looked pretty good.
That's that's what I was
So,
gonna say. He's after that win and after that performance, he's definitely the Heisman front runner now.
I was just about
yeah.
to say, a lot of people have been saying that, which comes off of, Klubnik and Clemson obviously laying eggs, and Nuss hasn't had one of those just, crazy stat
Yeah, he
lines
hasn't.
yet. But
Yeah,
so yeah,
which
and
he
this
hasn't
is
had
a
to. That's yeah,
no, correct. So, marquee game early season, a lot of football to play, but
oh yeah,
yeah, I would probably say Mateer's probably up there right now.
I didn't realize how
yeah.
good he was on his feet too. Like that dude can move when he needs to. Like he's quick.
19 carries for 74 and two tutties.
Yeah. No, he looked
Dang.
good. Yep.
Oklahoma looks
There were
good. Oklahoma's defense is good.
They
yeah.
did.
There's a lot of
Yeah,
people
their
Have
very
defense
high
looks
on him.
really good.
Yeah, people were high on them coming in. A lot of people weren't because of schedule. Probably will still be tough because of the schedule, but there's some real talent there. Venables might save his job.
So shoot, they just signed an extension 2 years ago, so it's gonna take a lot to get rid of him right now.
Yeah, another 6 and 6 year or whatever they went 7 and 5 year would make his seat extremely hot.
Yeah, for
But the
sure.
defense looks good. This is a big win. I said it last. I still don't like Michigan. I'm not
No.
high on Michigan in general.
No.
So, like,
Yeah.
yes, it is a big win because of the name and the ranking and the hype, but I'm just not that high on Michigan. So
No.
I'm not
No.
over here jumping up and down that Oklahoma beat Michigan.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oklahoma has other tests coming up that we'll find out more about. how
I
good
agree with
they
that.
really are.
I agree with
Yeah.
that because I think Michigan has a few more losses on the schedule.
I mean, yes, just because of how brutal that schedule is in general. Um, I mean, in a few
He'll still be
weeks,
Ohio State though.
yeah, yeah,
No chance.
Oh, they said that last year, dude.
dude, yeah.
There's no chance.
Um, I mean, OU has Auburn in 2 weeks. That's gonna be a really good test right there,
Yep,
right out the gate. So
yep,
we'll see.
for sure. And then the last one we can touch on, just because we kind of brought it up earlier. So Colorado, they beat Delaware 31-7. But kind of the crazy part that I was reading is that their third string quarterback ended up playing a majority of the game. So apparently Dion wasn't very impressed by Kadon Salter in the first game. So he decided that he was going to let each of the three quarterbacks play two series, and then he was going to decide from there what to do. And so Salter played two series, and the backup played two series, and then Ryan Staub, their third string quarterback, played two series, and he looked the best of all of them. When Salter played, they were only up 10-7, and then after and they let Staub run it, they ended up winning 31-7, and he looked the best. And based on Dion's comments, it sounds like he's going to kind of be the starter moving forward until he loses the job. So I thought that was kind of crazy because, I mean, you think Salter would just be like the guy, all the way through, but
And you have a
it,
five-star freshman backup in Julian Lewis.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah,
But yeah, Salter ended up getting 4 series total because they actually went back in the game in the fourth, and the third string guy got 4 series, and Lewis ended up getting two. Um, that's a very interesting tactic to play three different quarterbacks to try to get it. And I guess you're playing Delaware, so you figured you were fine.
yeah,
Um,
yeah,
if I'm a Colorado fan, you better hope Dion doesn't fall in love with that idea. Like he makes a decision and sticks with it. Because
yeah,
oof, like I'm with y'all earlier on the whole James Madison thing that this QB rotation is not something I would be high on as far as to be a
no,
winning formula. So I hope Dion doesn't fall in love with that idea.
I mean, I thought Colorado looked pretty good in their opener. I don't know. I
yeah. I
mean,
guess there was something that he saw from Salter that he didn't, I guess maybe late game stuff that he didn't like or something, but
yeah,
it sounded, based on what his quote, it sounded like whatever went on last week, he decided that he wanted to make it just an open competition. He did say with Lewis that he didn't want to rush him in, so that's a
yeah.
lot of why he didn't pick him as a starter. Um, because I guess he didn't want to ruin him right off the bat or him
I
have like
mean, I
mistakes
hate to do
early.
the whole age thing, but Lewis enrolled early. He's actually he still is 17. So
Okay,
to hand the keys to him would have been another interesting move. Like he would have had to really
yeah.
come in, but at 17, yeah, a year as a backup, I think would do that kid some wonder.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, they only mentioned that Bryce Underwood was only 18 about 40 times on Saturday. So
It turns out if you're a true freshman, you're probably 18.
yeah, who would
Yeah,
have thought?
amazing how that works.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Well, one more game I want to touch on a little bit,
Mhm.
because I think there might be one of y'all's dark horses, but Illinois looked really good at Duke.
Yeah, they look sharp.
Yeah. They destroyed them.
And again, I'd say this, I don't know who that says more about, but I mean, 45-19. I was impressed by it because I didn't pick him as anything, but I thought Duke had a chance to maybe ruffle some feathers in the ACC. But a lot of people were very high on Illinois. I was pumping the brakes on them, but impressive win in my opinion.
I mean, it was
So no,
14-13 at halftime.
yeah,
Yeah, but to come out and do that in the second half, yeah, on the road, I thought it
Yeah.
was pretty impressive.
nobody had Illinois. I had Duke.
Yeah, I
I
thought you
would
had
say
Duke as
like
a dark horse, but
I've just never been overly impressed with Manny Diaz. Like even back to his defensive coordinator days. I mean, like he had some good teams, but then like just him as a head coach, I mean, well, obviously we saw what happened in Miami, and but
Yeah.
I mean, he had good defenses when he was at Penn State and all that, but I've never been overly impressed by him. So. I mean, at Duke, it's already tough to be competitive in football just because that's not their primary sport. So, but yeah, but I mean, it's still early. I mean, something might change, but no, I think Illinois is going to be pretty solid this year, though.
Uh, Before we go to our pick 'em, I do want to touch on one more thing. Can we uh can we talk about Fran Brown for a second? Did y'all see did
Yeah,
y'all see what he had? Y'all see what he had Syracuse after they beat UConn do at the end of the game?
Yeah,
running
He
sprints,
literally
baby.
had him running sprints while all the fans were still there, dude.
that's awesome.
What a throwback, man.
That's right,
Yeah,
dude.
full gear, everything right there on the field.
It's great.
It's old school.
Yeah, just a shout out.
Didn't he
I thought that was
didn't like
awesome.
what he saw? Let's take care of this right now.
Yeah,
Exactly.
God.
Oh man.
Imagine Dabo doing that after the Troy game.
Yeah.
No, Dabo would try to make it about himself somehow. So
Absolutely would.
Yeah.
he actually Dabo would go run the sprints because he would take it upon himself.
Like how he sprints down the hill.
Correct, but by
Yes.
himself, and he has to sprint
Yeah.
down first before the team. So Dabo would say that I'm the head coach. I'm going to take the brunt of this. Let me go run the sprints.
Yep.
Dude,
But
dude,
but
Dabo,
make sure you film it on the broadcast.
dude, I'm sure other people have made this comparison as well. I've made this for multiple years just based off the way he talks, dude. Dabo is a mega church preacher disguised as a head coach. That's what Dabo is, man.
100%.
That like the way he
100%.
talks,
Yeah,
the way he exactly how everything has to be on him, spotlight on him. He's a mega church pastor disguised as a head coach. That's what he
I
is,
like
man.
that. I like that.
Yeah, just wild.
Oh man. All right, well, let's get into our games.
Let's do it.
So our first one we're going to start off with. So we just touched on Colorado, so we'll stay on them. So Colorado is traveling to Houston this week. Houston's a 4.5 point favorite. One thing I did
Yeah,
see is that Rice was beating Houston 3-0 at halftime, and then
yeah.
Houston ended up beating him up pretty good, but um, kind of crazy. So Lucas, who you got in this one?
That's a crazy line. Um, I'm going Colorado. Uh, yeah, if you're giving me points, I'm absolutely going Colorado. But I think Colorado
Hmm.
wins that outright. I don't think Houston's a great football team. Rice is definitely not a good football team. Um, yeah, I think Colorado goes in there and honestly wins by a touchdown.
Like it. Well,
Uh, I don't love this whole QB thing. So I'm like, if if Dion's gonna run multiple QBs, give me Houston. If he's gonna stick with one guy, give me Colorado. Because I think Colorado's the better football team. But I don't like this idea of this rotating quarterback deal. You're gonna go play a conference game, so I don't like that. But yeah, I mean, Colorado's the better team, so give me Houston.
I like it.
I like it. That's good. That's good. Oh man, I was kind of torn too. I think I'm gonna take Houston too, just because now Dion's kind of unsure about himself at the quarterback position.
I don't
Doesn't know
like
what
that,
to
Brian.
do.
Yeah,
He
I, I
doesn't know what
don't
to
I
do
don't
without
like it.
Shadur anymore. Lost his son. It was a sure thing in the past. Now it's just it's up in the air. So home opener for home conference opener for Houston. So they're gonna be ready to roll. So I'm gonna take Houston in that one.
Colorado's definitely the
Uh
better team though. But yeah, I
oh,
just
for
don't I
sure.
don't I don't like what's coming out of that QB room.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah,
sneaky
we'll see.
line. Vegas knows stuff, dude, and that's
Yeah.
why it is what it is. But yeah, I'm still gonna roll Colorado.
Well, our next one we'll go Vanderbilt at South Carolina, both 2-0 SEC opener. South Carolina is currently a 5.5 point favorite. So we'll go ahead and lead off on this one.
Yeah, I'm gonna take South Carolina. Like I don't want to get too cute with it. I mean, yeah, Pavia, whatever, they go and they beat Virginia Tech,
Yeah.
Dude, they stomped
smoked them.
Virginia Tech.
And that would mean something to me, but Virginia Tech's quarterback was awful against South Carolina, Kyron Drones, and I'm assuming he was just as awful again this last week. For a guy who physically looks like he should be very good, but yeah, I'm not going to get cute with it. Whatever you think about South Carolina, Lenore Sellers does have a lot of tools, and I don't think Vanderbilt's gonna be able to stop him. So give me South Carolina.
Dude, another disagreement. I'm going Vandy, dude. I think Vandy wins this game. Virginia Tech and South Carolina played at a neutral site, and it was a relatively close game. If it wasn't for a punt return that kind of changed the game, I mean, Lenore Sellers hasn't looked that great since the start of the season. Um, and Vanderbilt went to Blacksburg, the whole inner Sandman, the whole hostile environment, and they put it on them, man. I think
44?
I,
Was it
44
44
to
points?
20,
Yep.
44 to 20 or 23 or something like that. But no, I think Vandy goes and wins this game. Is it in
It's at
South
South Carolina.
Carolina.
yeah, yeah. Still, I'm taking Vandy. I think David Lapavia is a baller. He's a gamer, dude. Um, so yeah, I think they go in there and win that game. Don't get it twisted either. Don't forget that South Carolina was they were down 3-0 to South Carolina State,
Yeah,
and they
they
had
were.
so right before the second half in or the first half ended after in the second quarter, South Carolina had back-to-back punt return touchdowns to take the lead. They didn't even score on offense in the first half. Nah, give
That's
me
like the
Vandy.
same thing they did against Virginia Tech.
Yeah, Lenore sells 11 for 19 for 128 yards.
Oof.
Yeah, nah, nah,
Another tough day for another Heisman hopeful.
yeah.
Oh man. I think you convinced me, Lucas. I think I'm gonna take Vanderbilt. I was leaning towards South Carolina, but now I'm not sure. So I'm gonna take Vandy on the road. They looked sharp against Virginia Tech. It was close for a while, and then they really blew it open, really played well the second half. So they looked sharp, and then South Carolina just being so inconsistent. I mean, it's gonna be hard. The defense is good, but their offense is doing a lot of nothing right now. So I think that Vanderbilt's got a good shot to go in there. Uh, I don't know what time the game is, but being in South Carolina, I think benefits them. But yeah, I'll take Vanderbilt
The one caveat I will say is back-to-back road games is always tough. That's always tough.
for sure.
But yeah, I,
6:45 on the time.
Oh
I
yeah.
like it. I like it.
Well, let's move on. So our next one. So this spread has actually moved 6 points since we started the podcast an hour and a half ago. So Clemson at Georgia Tech was minus or Clemson was 9.5 point favorites when I looked at 7:30, and now at 9:30 it is 3.5 is Clemson favored right now. So looks like people are starting to see what might happen. So Lucas, who you got?
I'm going to take Clemson. As bad as they played and opened up against Troy, um, I think Clemson talent-wise is very good. Will they be able to handle, as Will mentioned earlier, the bully ball, right? The smash mouth football um, that Georgia Tech's going to bring? That's going to be the big question. It is in Atlanta, so Georgia Tech has that going for them too. But I think Clemson's just more talented. I think they end up winning the game just because I think the stars are going to show out finally, and Dabo's going to give his sermon before the game and fire up the troops, baby.
I like it. Well,
Developing something here, boys. I wasn't tuned into Georgia Tech against the Gardner Webb running Bulldogs, so I don't know if this was precautionary. Haynes King did not play.
yeah, I did see that.
I saw that. Yeah,
Was it an injury? I did not see this.
I think
They
it was
said it's a
precautionary.
lower body injury is what they said, lingering lower body injury.
So don't love that. Um, I would imagine if it was a major game, he probably would have suited up, but we already know the Haynes King. injury history. Um, and even though I do like Georgia Tech, they are my dark horse. But another, this is I feel like this line might just be a lot more overreaction to what people saw Clemson at Troy. But as we've already lined out, I mean, the talent is there. I mean, they do have guys. Now, I would love it for me for Georgia Tech to win, but I have to pick Clemson. I mean, like my football mind will not allow me to, but would I be shocked and would I be upset if Georgia Tech wins? Not at all. But picking the game, I think I still have to pick Clemson. The talent on that team should not be losing another game this season.
I agree.
Not
I
saying they
agree.
won't. I'm saying they shouldn't.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Clemson too, just because same thing. Just thinking that they should find a way to win this game just because of talent, and especially if Haynes King isn't 100%, even if it was
Yeah.
precautionary. If he's not 100%, then I don't think Georgia Tech really has that much more where they could really keep up. So
No. And if you're saying even precautionary, but the lower body, that's the most important a aspect of his game. So if that's
exactly,
something, and especially if it's muscle related that he tweaks, yeah, that'd be a that'd be a tough road to try to navigate that game if he can't go 100%.
for
Yeah.
sure. Well, let's go to our next one. So we got the Georgia Bulldogs traveling to Tennessee against Tennessee Volunteers College game day. Georgia is currently a 7-point favorite.
Mm.
So, Will, go ahead.
Yeah, I've 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 liked what I've seen out of Tennessee so far. I really have, and Georgia, I don't know, whatever. Like we've been talking about all day, kind of lackluster in their game against Austin Peay, 28-6. Like Lucas has been stating, probably just the classic, hard to really get the guys up. Let's go through the motions and get on to next week kind of thing. But Tennessee did not do that against East Tennessee State. They went out there and just blew the doors off of them. Um, Joey Aguilar's looked good at quarterback. Heupel's found a way to do it again because the inverse of that, I don't want to get off in the weeds on it too much, but Nico at UCLA, wolf,
Mm,
wolf, like bad, bad, bad. So did Heupel actually get every ounce of out of him that he possibly could? Because bad over there. And same thing now with Joey Aguilar. So um mm, I mean it's at Tennessee, and man, I really want to sing Rocky Top, but I'm going Georgia.
Yeah. Um, so just looking at it now, the line has moved from 7 to 4.5.
What is
So
going on in
Georgia's,
Vegas tonight?
yeah, Georgia's
man,
now
Vegas
four and a
is
half point favorite.
moving
Um, and man, with this being at Tennessee, makes it more of a coin flip game for me. Um, man, I, I don't know. I don't know how much I trust Gunnar Stockton, to be honest. Um, again, we talked about getting up for big games. You mentioned it earlier, Georgia's cupcake game this week. 20. What would they put up? 28 points against them.
28.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah,
Georgia on the road though. Last couple years been iffy. Been
yeah.
really
I'm
good at
gonna go
home.
Tennessee. Yeah, I'm gonna go
Yeah,
Tennessee.
I mean,
I
yeah,
think Tennessee's defense is legit. Like everybody was talking about, oh, Nico's gone, the offense is going to be down. Their biggest strong point is their defense, in my opinion. And I just don't trust Georgia's quarterback.
yeah, Gunner
Um,
Stockton.
yeah, I don't trust Gunnar Stockton at all. So yeah, I'm going to go Tennessee with it being at home. Again, I think it's a coin flip game. I really do. So I'm going to roll with the home team on this one.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Tennessee too, just because they've looked super impressive. I just saw Gunnar Stockton didn't even throw a touchdown against Austin P yesterday.
Really?
So
No,
yeah, he threw,
no, he did
threw
not.
for a little over 200 yards, but yeah, I mean he's only thrown for 400 yards this year against Marshall and Austin P. I mean nothing that special. I mean, and if Tennessee's
Hmm.
defense is really good, I mean, and then like you said, like Will said earlier, like Joey Aguilar's looked really sharp. So I mean, I think Tennessee. I mean, I think they're obviously coming hype in Rocky Top. So. college game days on site. So and everything's kind of lining up for them to take the win. So I'm gonna take Tennessee. And then our final game, got the Texas A&M Aggies traveling to Notre Dame. Who Notre Dame, the last I saw, was Vegas has been crazy tonight. Notre Dame was still a 6.5 point favorite. Go ahead, Lucas.
Um, man, it's still 6.5. I was just checking the line. To be honest, like I don't trust Notre Dame at all. I don't think they're that great of a team. Obviously, they went and lost to Miami earlier this season. They are at home, but the one thing that has struck me is A&M's running game. Like that's what I
Hmm.
was big hyped on. And I mean, are they just trying to get Marcel Reed some throws? I don't know what to build up his confidence. I don't know. Um, but A&M, they obviously won pretty big yesterday, but it was a close game for a little bit, wasn't it? Yeah,
Our
and so,
the defense.
but I just I don't trust Notre Dame's offense as much. So uh, I think A&M on the offensive line has a huge advantage, um, and I think they're going to stick to running the ball this time. I'm going to go with A&M. I think they go in there and get the win. I really do.
Yeah, our season officially starts this weekend. You know, we've had two little warm-up games. I'm going A&M. I have to go A&M. I picked them to make the playoff. They're my team. We have to win this game. Am I that confident in it though? Not as confident as I was 2 weeks ago. Not after watching 2 weeks worth of games. The offense is fun. Marcel's being able to throw the ball a little bit better. Craver and Concepcion are dynamic at the wide receiver position. But I'm with Lucas. I am hoping and praying that this has been, let's see what Marcel has. We're going to need his arm at some point, so let's let him sling it in games we know we should win. Because why is Colin Klein like we should be able to run the ball 60 times a game? Like that offensive line and the running backs we have and Marcel's ability to run the football. I mean, I don't we shouldn't have to be throwing the ball 30 times a game. So that has me concerned a little bit, but the run game looked better this week. And the defense just has to quit being so hot and cold. I mean, we have a drive where Cassius Howell gets 3 sacks on 3 straight plays, and we're just overwhelming their offensive line at will. And then the next time we give up a 9 play, 75-yard drive, like it's no problem. And it's that inconsistency that has me worried. Yeah, they got a late score again at the end of the game, backups in, all that kind of mess. But yeah, the defense, we've got to figure out how to get more consistency out of it. So I'm a little more worried than I was. I was uber confident going in the season we were going to go into Notre Dame and win. Notre Dame's coming off a tough loss. They have a bye week in the second week of the season, which TU, I hate that. So they've had time, but yeah, I'm still going A&M.
I'm gonna take Notre Dame just because they got the bye week. The biggest thing for me was UTSA's ability to run the ball like they did against A&M. I think is a big thing. So if Notre Dame can control the ground game and control the ball, I think that definitely gives them a good shot. Uh, if their defense can step up and just slow A&M's run game a little bit, obviously that helps too. But and obviously they'll be hyped up coming into the game, getting that bye week to prepare themselves. Um, I could see this being a very low scoring game coming down kind of to the fourth quarter, just kind of see how it goes. But yeah, so I think yeah, but I think Notre Dame's got a good shot of pulling it out, so I'm gonna take them in that one.
Um, Last year in the game in Aggie land, I mean, A&M was in that game the whole time. Like that was a toss up game at the end of like going into the fourth quarter. Like and
Yeah.
I feel like last year Notre Dame was a better team than they are this year.
for sure.
I guess home field advantage kind of throws a wrench into that. But my point again with A&M not running the ball as much as well. I mean, Notre Dame only handed the ball off to arguably the best running back in the country against Miami. What 10 times? He got 10 touches.
He should get 30 carries Saturday again
Absolutely,
against our rush defense. If they don't game
one
plan like
hundred.
that, that's egregious on the coaching staff's part.
Yeah.
For
So
sure.
I expect Love to touch the ball. Yeah, a ton.
A ton. Absolutely. So yeah, that's our 5 games of the week. So that's about all I got. Y'all got anything else?
Nah.
No, no. Fun week, upsets and stuff. That second week, third week, kind of another lackluster slate overall. But you find these hidden gems like we had this week with some upsets. So I'm sure we'll get some more. But we're
Oh
starting to get
yeah.
more. We get into week 4, you start getting to more of the meat of these games. So we're slowly
I'll say
getting there.
once conference starts, that's when it's really gonna start turning up. So
Yeah, I'm so
it's gonna be
ready.
good.
Well, I
Oh
guess
yeah.
LSU starts conference this week.
There you go. All right. Well, we appreciate everybody watching. Continue to like, subscribe, share. Check out our TikTok page. We post videos every week on there. So like that, share that, follow us, all that good stuff. Tell your friends, tell your family, and until next time, we'll see you next week.
See ya.